Woo! Welcome back to Tom's Garage, guys. Man, it has been in the close to 90 degrees the last couple of days. And today the high is not even going to be 50 and it is cold. You can see your breath. Woo! I got something to show you, man. A brand new addition to the shop. You're going to be excited as I am. And it is, well, look at there, boy, brand new RBG712. Come in today, FedEx. He brought the 712 and he brought the 940 grit collector. And it's supposed to come with an extra disc. And I got to figure out where exactly I'm going to put it. I think it's going to go right over there where the old 1300 is. Right above the gas cans where I'll sharpen blades. True man of genius. Well, guys, I'm gonna get this. I don't know why I'm still holding that damn umbrella inside the shop. Let's get this thing unboxed, man. Let's see what we got. All right, man. Let's get this thing open. Open. Watch them staples, man. They can get you. RBG712. Damn, hoping you gotta put it together. Nope, it's all together. That FedEx driver, that young guy, man, he just threw this box over his shoulder like it was nothing. Ooh, that thing's heavy. God, what a mess. All right, let me do that. There she is. Ooh, that's awful coarse. That is awful coarse right there. It's got a simple on-off button right there. I like that. Now let's see what this is. This should be the grit collector for it. Let's see what we got here. Cardboard. Make sure there's nothing in there. And here is the extra disc. I love the smell of that. I don't know why it smells like that. Boy, that thing is coarse. Let's see. Grit collector. Somebody told me it just hangs on them bolt heads. Stuff's coming out. There you go. With extra disc. Let me measure this thing and see what kind of room I'll need. Somebody told me right at 20, and it is. It's right at 20 inches deep. I think Shane told me 17 wide, and it's right at 17 wide, so. All right, its shoe is going to be mounted right in place of that thing. Of course, that's going to have to slide down. And that's going to be a perfect place. I'm going to have to, see this bench right here is only 17 deep. So I'm going to have to add wood like I did right there for the press. I just took a piece of 4x4, which right here I'm just going to take a 2x4 and screw it to it. Then I'll take and screw another 2x4 to it, instead of having to get all fancy with a piece of 4x4. So that's the plan. Let's get busy. All right, man, out with the old. Let's get in with the new. And I've already lost my screwdriver way in the hell over there. I took this old RBG 1300, man, and I put it on this little switch right here. And when I was trying to adjust it, the first time I ever tried to adjust the height of this thing, man, I knocked the entire corner of that cover off. Cut my hand. That's crazy. Make sure it's unplugged before I go ripping it out. Heck yeah. Screw it right to the stud. All right, out with the old. Okay, got the bolts out. Let's find somewhere to put this thing. Whew. Now we got to see about putting a couple of 2x4s. Extend the depth. So let me find some 2x4s. Okay, happened to find two 2x4s, same length. They're only 16 inches wide, but that's okay. That'll work. That'll work right there. I'm going to come back and paint this one day because I like to have everything so neat. Man, that feels pretty flush. Boy, that's sharp right there. Let's see, make sure it's nice and flush with that. Feels pretty flush with that. Really only needed 2 screws, which I ain't going to overkill it. Just 2 screws is good enough. Yep. Well, that's an ugly 2x4 there. There ain't no pretty side to put out. Did you see that thing kick off just then? I bet the battery's getting dead. Those 20 volt D-volt batteries, man, those things last forever. I used to use 18 volt, man, and I'd have to charge them twice a day. Okay, let's go get this thing. All right, let's go get it. Let's go get it. I wish this grit collector here wasn't so deep. It only needs to be about half that width, depth. Oh well. heavy. Look at there. La, 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 la. There's an illusion. Let's go get the grit collector. That sounds like a name of a 70s horror movie, the Grit Collector. There we go. Look at there. That's going to be perfect. I'm not going to jam it against the wall. You'll have trouble getting your collector off of it to dump. That thing just sits there like that. I'm just going to run 2 screws right there, because when you're using this thing, you always pull it towards you. Don't ever try to sharpen it and push it in. Always pull it out. And I don't want to jam and have this thing fall off on the floor in front of me. So, yep, just 2 screws. Let me go find some screws. I found 2 screws. These are good screws here. They're number 3 Phillips head screws. I popped that big 5 amp hour battery in this thing. I think it was getting kind of weak. This is the battery I keep on my flashlight. I like the heaviness of that because it makes the flashlight stand up better, last longer. Let's see here. Just 2 screws. There we go. 1, 2. Real nice looking little screws. All right, man. Let's see, I need to get a good way to route this cord because I'm going to move this grinding wheel anyway. Let me go ahead and pop the screws out of this thing. One there. One there. I'll have to poke new holes in the stainless steel to get the screws to go back through, but just slide that out of the way. Let's see here. Over there. I'm going to go through there with it. That'll hold it over there. Plug it in right there. I should have made sure the damn thing was turned off before I plugged it in. That was smart. That was smart. I'm going to go get a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie that and see how I can secure this thing maybe to the wall back there. Let me do that. All right, I found me a little bracket in my junk drawer. I'm going to take and just kind of put a screw in that right there, right through the 1/4 inch particle board. There we go. Now that'll hold that cord out of the way. Ooh, I'm gonna turn it on. See what we got. Let me stand out of the way. Ooh, that thing is quiet. Well, it sounds powerful too. Manufactured by Wall Enterprises. Wonder what horsepower motor this thing has got on it. Ball bearing 1 phase, 60. 150, half a horsepower. That's what it is. 1/2 horsepower. Man, I like the sound of that. Yeah, I can't wait to sharpen some blades. Come and get you a deal. All right, guys, let me clean my mess up. I'm gonna go find us a blade to grind. Yeah. All right, man, I found me a Honda blade, old used Honda Pushmore blade. And I got this other grinder right there mounted. And I got this one mounted. Let's fire this thing up and see how she's gonna cut. Pretty good. Oh yeah. That's 3 passes. Oh yeah. Boy, that is a nice sharpener. Look at that. You know, I was so scared thinking, I don't know, I ain't never used this one before. It's just gonna grab it and beat me with it. And man, this thing is so gentle, you can just do it with one. I wouldn't recommend that, but you just, because it's turning this way, you know, you don't really feel the resistance. And it's not hard to hold the angle you need either. Shoot. And you can do it just as hard or as gentle as you want to and take as much off as you need to in 1 or 2 passes. Man, that is nice. Oh yeah. This thing's got a weird smell to it though, but I'm sure that'll go away. Now we can keep from, you see the mess I've had back there on the bench, all that grit? Yeah, this thing's gonna catch all that grit. This whole bench just stays a mess, you know. Sometimes I'll use the old 1300, sometimes I'll hit it with this, and sometimes I'll use my little hand grinder with that vise I have on the door jamb right there, and I'll just stand there and use it. Well, man, this thing is nice, man. Yeah. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all watching my video, man. Cold, rainy day in Georgia. You can see my breath is so cold out here, man. And I've been out here the last couple days in the 90s inside this shop. Well, just as always, guys, y'all be darn good, and I will catch you guys on the next video, guys and girls alike.